Back off my short break. We had a few days in Mablethorpe, thanks very much. Thought I'd come back and do a couple more of these HUO wagons. This time we're going to do just washes and pigments powders. Because it's probably the last one in this series, I thought I'd do the whole lot in this last one, just going over all the points again. So the first thing to do is remove the wheels and give them a coat of grimy, rusty paint. And the two colours are just black and brown. I think it's matte black and dark leather. The same two colours are then used to go on the inside of the hopper. Once it's all painted on the insides, I then go over it again with the brush and just make sure that all the brush strokes go up and down and not side to side, because that then replicates the sort of the coal slipping out of the bottom of the floor and dragging everything down. And I'll reiterate the point again that I normally make in these on this series. I'm no expert. I don't claim to be. I'm just a happy amateur, and this is more of a blog of my experiences of all the different types of weathering that I've put onto all of these wagons that I've bought. And I've watched hours of this sort of thing on YouTube, and it's one of those things where you keep watching it and keep watching it, and eventually you think, I'm going to have a go at that. And believe me, I've made a few mistakes and horrendous issues that have occurred, but you can't learn if you don't have a go. So this is me telling you to just open the paint pot and have a go. So, not so. The wash goes into all the nooks and crannies that you can find all over the place, just highlighting all of the details. I'm not too worried about the amount that's gone on, because once it's dried to the touch, we'll then go in with a clean brush and just remove all those tide marks, and the excess then forms like a filter, a grimy filter that just clings to the side of the wagons, which will then help the powders to stick on. Once we've done that all over, we'll leave it to dry for 24 hours, and then with my 4 powders we're going to go and just layer it all on. It looks really thick and gloopy at the moment, like some of the paint, but it does equal itself out. I did 6 wagons in this batch, and I tried to do 2 lightly weathered, and then 2 medium, and then 2 really heavily done. Studying some photographs online, I decided that it was really important to get the bottom edge, the underside of the hopper, to be completely weathered in. And for the heavier weathered ones, I then turned it upside down onto my tissue paper and got right into that top edge with the brush to give it a good thick coat, which also did the top rim as well. Once I'd done the top edge, it was then up and down and every panel, and it's just your eyes will take you to where how much you want to put on or not put on. I've said before on this sort of thing, there's no right or wrong answer. It's only what you perceive to be right or within reason. When you're happy with the amount of powders that are on and it's all spread evenly, it's then time to go and fix it with some pigment fixer. And I've started putting mine through the airbrush on a really low air setting, so it just mists it on in the booth. Which reminds me, I must get a new lamp for my spray booth. Anyway, onto the rotisserie, and you can see the 6 here. There's 2 light, 2 medium and 2 heavy. I said at the beginning that This will probably be the last one in this episode because I can't think of any other ways of weathering wagons. I think I've covered pretty much all of the different methods that I know of anyway. I've done 20 of these now and I've got 10 more to do. So I'll probably do a last update video once they've all been done, because I might do the last 10 as I might mix them up a bit and do a couple of different effects on the same wagon. I suppose it must be time soon as well to start filling them with like a coal load. I will do a new series. I'll start a new series on wagon loads, and it might be, the first one might be HUO coal hoppers. In the meantime, it's been a pleasure talking to you again, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.